everyone, welcome to my channel, BIANCASKOGENBEAUTY. I'm so glad to have you guys here today. Today's video is different from any video I have ever done. It is a very sensitive topic. So if weight loss or weight loss journeys, bariatric surgery, any of those topics are sensitive to you, make you uncomfortable, please click off the video. Do not feel like you need to watch this video. This is a very sensitive topic for me. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. This video is about my weight loss journey that I have been on for the last, for my life, really. And so I thought, since my channel is a beauty channel, and really what gave me the courage to start my beauty channel, actually by the time this video goes up, probably exactly 4 years ago, was getting healthy again. And my surgiversary of my surgery is about to come up. I thought it would be a good time to do this video. It is a very sensitive topic for me. I just would like to ask that there be no unkind comments. I will be having my husband censor the comments for me because this is a very sensitive topic for me. So please be kind, be gentle in the comments, because this is a sensitive topic for, I think, anyone. Let's get started talking about my weight loss journey. I am 39 years old and I got bariatric surgery 7 years ago. I got the gastric sleeve surgery. My whole life, I have had weight issues. I have had trouble. I have always been curvy. I have always been overweight. And it has been something that, you can tell, I'm very uncomfortable talking about this right now. It has been something that has always been very tough for my heart. I am fourth out of 5 sisters, and I have some sisters that are much skinnier than I have ever been. And that was always very difficult. And a lot of my life, my mom has been skinnier than me. Right now, my mom is skinnier than me. And I have always had a hard time with my weight. It always was very difficult on my self-esteem. From being a teenager, I was always on a diet, always. And so was my mom. This being big boned kind of runs on some sides of my mom's family, some sides of my dad's family. I've thought about what I want to say for this video, but I'm sure not all of it is going to come out exactly how I want it to say. So please realize this is just a hard thing for me to talk about. My mom has been on diets her entire life, and so thus I was on diets my entire life. And I remember even when I was like 12 years old, going to Weight Watchers with my mom and doing like every little fad diet that there was. I did Jenny Craig. I remember my sister and I did like a grapefruit diet where we only ate grapefruits for the first like 2 meals of the day, which was horrible. I didn't even like the taste of grapefruits. Anywho, I did like Atkins. I did, name a diet. I probably did it. And it never really worked out because it was, it's a lifestyle change. Diets don't really work because once you go off of them, you just gain the weight back. And you need to change your lifestyle. That is what I finally realized I needed to do, because once I got married and had kids, I was happy. I was finally happy. And I ate a lot more, and I stopped trying to work out as much because I finally found my man, and I finally was happy with him. And I stopped taking care of myself as much and had little babies. I had my 2 children, and there wasn't as much time to work out, and I was working and going to school, and it was just, life happens, right? And so I wasn't working out, and I was eating unhealthily because we were very poor. Unhealthy food is a lot cheaper than healthy food, and unhealthy food's a lot faster than healthy food. So after getting married, I gained 100 pounds, and I was pre-diabetic. My blood pressure was not great. My cholesterol was not great. I was not healthy. I was not in a good way. And I knew that I needed to get healthy. I had little kids that I couldn't keep up with them. They were running around and I would be breathing heavy to be able to run around with them, to keep up with them. And I was like, something has got to change. And I knew I had to change. And so I looked into bariatric surgery because I was like, I've done every single diet in the world and they last for, 2 weeks and then I gain the weight back. I go to the gym and it lasts for 2 weeks and then I don't want to go to the gym anymore because I don't like exercising. Some people do, some people like it. I don't. I like to walk. I love to walk. And so I looked into bariatric surgery and luckily my husband's insurance paid for bariatric surgery, but there was some caveats to that. So I had to do a 6-month doctor-assisted weight loss. Like I had to lose weight with the doctor to prove to them to the insurance, that I could lose weight, that they could spend the money on the surgery for me, I guess, that it'd be a sure bet, I guess. I don't know. So I went to, it's called BMI, which is funny that they're using that acronym, but it's the Bariatric Medical Institute. And I went to them and I went and saw them for 6 months and I did end up losing weight with them for 6 months. And then I qualified to get the gastric sleeve surgery. And there's several surgeries that you can get. There's the gastric sleeve surgery, which is the one I did. There's gastric bypass, which is like the gold standard. That one's been done since, I don't know, the 80s. There's the duodenal switch. There's also like the band surgery. There might even be more, but I haven't kind of done the research on it for 7 years. And so I chose the sleeve surgery, which is the one where they just take your stomach and they make it the size of a sleeve. I don't know why, but they make it like kind of the size of a small banana, and they don't mess with any of your internal organs. They just take your stomach and they make it smaller. Okay, so there's gastric bypass surgery, which is kind of the gold standard. That one's been done. I feel like that's the oldest surgery. And that one, so I looked it up because it's been a long time since I looked these things up. But that one is, it says the surgeon creates a small pouch in the upper stomach by stapling off the upper section and then reattaches the pouch to the upper intestines, creating a Y. Food bypasses most of the stomach and the upper small intestine, entering directly into the middle part of the small intestine. Right? Okay. My understanding, please look up your own information about these, but from my understanding, the gastric bypass and the duodenal switch surgeries do rearranging of your intestines. So it bypasses most of the stomach and this upper small intestine. And the duodenal switch bypasses intestines as well. In terms of like severity, which ones will make you lose the most amount of weight, the duodenal switch usually makes you lose the most amount of weight and is the most like severe. I think it bypasses the most amount of like stomach and intestines. And the gastric bypass is the next. It's the next that you will lose the most amount of weight. It bypasses some amount of stomach and some amount of intestines. Then we have the gastric sleeve surgery. There is no bypass happening on that one. You're just making your stomach smaller on that one. Whereas, and then you have the next one that I was talking about, the band, where they take a band and they put it around your stomach. Anywho, so I had a choice to get any of those. And with the ones that have the bypass system, the switch, the duodenal switch or the bypass, those ones are very effective, very good for losing a lot of weight. Let's be candid here. I was 5'10". I am 5'10". I was 295 pounds. So at that point, I was obese. I think I was actually morbidly obese, technically. Let's look that up here. BMI calculator. I was 42.3, which was morbidly obese. I was at a level that I was able to qualify to have my insurance cover gastric sleeve, any of the qualified to cover bariatric surgery. Anywho, I feel like this video, I'm so sorry guys, it is just all over the place. I'm nervous. I didn't want to get the duodenal switch or the bypass because I just felt like by bypassing some of your intestines, there are good things that happen because of that, and then there are bad things that happen because of that, obviously, right? And so some of the good things that happen because you are bypassing your intestines and some of your stomach is that your body is not absorbing things, right? Your body isn't absorbing the fat and the calories from the food you are eating. And so thus, you are not gaining as much weight. But as a result, your body is not absorbing the nutrients from the food that you're eating either. So you have to take a lot more vitamins as a result. And also, there's a lot more like gastrointestinal like troubles, stomach issues. I'm not going to get into that. Like, I feel like you guys can probably assume what I'm talking about. Issues in the tummy troubles, which I feel like that does not explain. From what I've heard, there are lots of tummy trouble. It is, if you eat something you are not supposed to eat, you will regret it, from what I have heard. So I was thinking long-term, Bianca, when Bianca is 80 years old and she wants to eat her birthday cake on her birthday, does she want to be running to the bathroom after she eats her birthday cake? That was my thought process. So I was like, you know what? When I am 80, I can get the sleeve surgery and still have my birthday cake on my birthday. So that was my thought process. And my doctor was like, fantastic. The sleeve is a good option. People lose a lot of weight on the sleeve. The benefits to the duodenal switch is they lose a lot of weight. They also keep the weight off because the downsides of eating something bad are bad. And so they are more likely to not eat Snickers bars in the middle of the night because the detriments of eating the Snickers bar in the middle of the night will be dire. And so people who get the duodenal switch and the bypass usually keep the weight off longer. For the sleeve surgery, I have a smaller stomach, but I could eat Snickers bars. I don't know why I always say Snickers bars, but I like Snickers. So every time I fill up my stomach, I could fill up my tiny stomach with Snickers bars. And like, I could fill my stomach with whatever I wanted and I would still gain weight. You know what I mean? Like, I have to make better choices. I don't have the consequences of eating something bad and then having to run to the bathroom. I don't have those consequences. So I have to make good choices when I eat. The benefits of the sleeve surgery is that I get to eat birthday cake on my birthday. I get to eat chocolate covered strawberries on Valentine's Day. I get to eat sugar cookies on Christmas. You know, I get to eat junk food. But the detriments of my surgery is that I can eat chocolate cake whenever I want. And the sleeve surgery can stretch out. People many times will stretch their stomachs right back out. They'll eat and eat and eat and eat until they throw up. And then they stretch that stomach right back out again. So with every surgery, there was pros and cons. The band, I didn't want the band because I didn't want a foreign object inside of me. And there's like a port that you can get, like the doctor would like inject in a needle in and like either inflate or deflate the band. And I was like, I don't like that. All of these were good options for anyone. Anyone can choose these options and lose weight. I just personally chose the sleeve. If any of you guys have chose any of these options, let me know. And how did it go for you? 7 years ago, I got the gastric sleeve surgery. And I think before I got the surgery, because I did the 6 months of weight loss, I was, okay, do I remember exactly what my weight loss? I think I was down 20 pounds from just going on weight loss with the doctor. I had to, before the surgery, I had to do 1 week of clear fluids, a clear diet 1 week before the surgery. That was really hard. That was really hard. And I understood why. It was to clear, you know, they're doing surgery on your stomach. So your stomach needs to be free. It needs to be clear of everything so that they could do surgery on it. So for that week, all I could have was like, I think it was like tea, water, Jello, broth. I think I could also have protein shakes, but nothing added in the protein shakes. Like I normally like to have like peanut butter powder in my protein shake. I like to have a chocolate protein shake with peanut butter powder. Anyways, I couldn't have that. I just had to have the protein shake. That 1 week was really tough. Anywho, got the surgery, and all in all, after all was said and done, I think it was after about a year, I lost 120 pounds because I got down to 172. That was my lowest. So I lost 123 pounds, and I was really proud of myself because I walked. So after getting the surgery, I walked. Every single day, I would walk and walk and walk and walk. I did about 10,000 steps every single day. I would try to get 10,000 steps every day. We bought a treadmill for me, and the maximum weight on that treadmill was, I think, 280 pounds. And I was above it when we bought the treadmill, but I still went on it. I was like, I don't care. You know what? I'm 295. I'm 15 pounds over. It's fine. And I still went on that treadmill, and I ended up by, walking and walking and walking. I ended up then doing a program on my phone that was like Couch to 5K. And I ended up being able to do that program where I was able to run a 5K. When I say run, I don't run really very fast. It's a very slow run, but I was able to run for, 3 point something miles, a 5K. I was able to run for that whole 5K. Anyways, it was just, I was able to do things that I hadn't done since like high school. And in high school, I don't even think I ran for 3 miles because I didn't want to. I think like they made us run the mile, and I was like, ugh. I got down to 172 with that treadmill, and I walked and I walked, and I did end up like tracking my food intake, going to BMI. Because I got the surgery in America, because I know there are some people who get surgeries and they'll go to outside of the United States to get the surgeries. And the only thing that I don't like about that is that you can't follow up very easily. And so being able to go in America, because I got my surgery in Salt Lake, was that because I got the surgery through them, I'm able to see the dietitian and the exercise therapist anytime I want. Like, I have now kind of paid my fees to them that for the rest of my life, I can go see that dietitian and the exercise therapist forever. Anytime I want to make an appointment, I can. If I want to see one of the doctors, I have to pay a copay. But I can see the dietitian and exercise therapist anytime. Anytime I would see the dietitian, they would talk about how, what to eat and whatnot. And I remember learning a lot of good information about making sure to pair a protein with a carb, and that would be very helpful. So every time I would have grapes, because grapes are a carb, even though I always thought that fruit was healthy, but I would have fruit with cheese. Grapes and cheese taste delicious together, by the way. Anyway, so I would just learn these healthy habits. I lost 120 pounds, and it wasn't the most difficult thing I've ever done. So I was able to do it, and I would say I was able to keep it off, but mostly I was. So then COVID happened, right? I was actually at that point, I was then doing 5Ks, because I told you about how I was able to run 5Ks. I was doing 5Ks. I was doing the fun ones. I think on my channel, I've talked about how I do the glow runs. So I was doing fun glow runs, color runs, bubble runs. I was just signing up. I think one year I did 8 5Ks because I just was having fun. If you can have fun and run at the same time, I was having a blast. And then COVID hit, canceled all of the 5Ks. And did I still have that treadmill? So could I have still done them? Yes. So there's no excuse. Except for that I did. I stopped. I wasn't motivated to keep running. I was inside a lot more. I was inside working. I was inside whatever. It doesn't matter. So I gained about 40 pounds back. Not right away. It took time. But I also feel like at this point, I've kept at that place. I am now still 40 pounds. So net, I have lost 80 pounds. And I feel like my body is at a good homeostasis, which is weird to say, but I feel like my body is happy. Like I where I was at that 172 was like me counting my calories every day, me walking 10,000 steps every day, me very, very, very hard working to keep that weight. And right now, I'm not counting my calories every day. I am not making sure I get 10,000 steps every day. I'm just taking my dogs for a walk every single day. I am just trying to eat healthy, but not obsessing about it. And so I feel like my body, I've stopped gaining weight, but I've stopped losing weight. I feel like my body is happy where it's at, and I'm happy where I'm at. For the first time in my whole life, I'm happy where I'm at. And my husband, I think he's always loved me. He loved me when I was at 295. He loves me now. He loves, he's always, I think he has always loved me, but like, he loves me where I'm at right now. And for the first time in my life, I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I feel like there's always like, could I spare to lose an extra like 40 pounds? Yeah, sure. But I feel like my body is happy where I'm at. There are times where I kind of go back and think, should I have gotten the duodenal switch? Should I have gotten the bypass? Because I probably wouldn't have lost, or I probably wouldn't have gained that 40 pounds back, because I wouldn't have made some bad choices with food, and I wouldn't have gained that weight back. I would still be probably at a net weight loss of 120 pounds or even more. With the sleeve surgery, there is you can go and get, I think it's like a repair surgery or something that you can get added on to the sleeve. You can get the duodenal switch added on to the sleeve surgery. So right now I could get the duodenal switch surgery. Like people who have gained weight after the switch, after the sleeve, they go and get the duodenal switch. But I think that it's hindsight is 20/20, and it's hard to look back and be like, well, I should have done this or I should have done that. And sometimes it's better just to look at your choices and be happy with your choices, right? And I think that I recently went and did a annual doctor's appointment with my doctor, and I got all of my blood tests, and I am normal. I am finally normal for my cholesterol, for my, I'm not diabetic or pre-diabetic. I'm normal. And that feels great because I'm older than I was when I had those tests done, and I am normal. So I'm healthy now, where I was not 7 years ago. I wasn't healthy. And that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be healthy, to grow up with my children. And I remember one of the most important things that happened was my daughter. When I was losing weight, there was this one time where I was running with her. I had her hand and we started running. And she goes, "Mom, you're running with me." And I was like, "Well, yeah." And she was like, "You never run with me." And it was just this aha moment that like, well, get used to it, honey. Like, I'm running now. I am healthy now. I can run with you. I can keep up with you. And that was why I did it. I didn't do it to get skinny or to get pretty, or what I mean? It was to get healthy, to be able to keep up with my kids and to live, to be able to see their grandkids. And so I did that. And I'm just very proud that I did that. And so since it's my 7-year surgery, I thought I would talk about it and share my experience with you guys. I know that my thumbnail is my before and after pictures. So I thought you guys could see that. I'll show you guys some more pictures here. So this one was when I had lost 100 pounds. So I was at 100 pounds loss. And then this one was where I had lost 120, like the most I had lost, 120. That is my story about my surgeries. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I don't regret a single thing. It is, if I could go back in time and do the surgery again, I would. And I would get the sleeve again, because I think that it worked really well for me. I think my body is happy where I'm at. Do I have a little bit of extra here and there? Yeah. Am I still plus size? Yeah. I'm like a 14, 16, but my husband loves me the way I'm at. And so I'm happy because I'm healthy and I'm happy. All right, well, if you like this video, If you want to see more from me, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to be notified of my videos, push the bell. And most importantly, be nice to yourself. And that is the most important one in this video. I feel like I say that every time, but in this video, it means the most because you are amazing. No matter what, you are amazing. You can do hard things. No matter where you are in your life, you are amazing. Have a good day. Bye.